Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com. VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
And hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of Hot Topics. This is the show where we like to talk about a lot of different things, particularly in our scope. But basically, this is the show where we like to talk real talk about things that are important to us, things that are going on in the world, things that are important to our families and our friends. So we like to focus on education, employment, mental health, physical health, or anything else that is pretty steamy. So I like to talk to various guests about things that are near and dear to them. And we like to do a deep dive into those topics. This is also a chance for me to work on my counseling skills for a bit, try to rehash those skills. So this is definitely going to be an interesting program. So I am looking forward to this topic. So I'm just going to get right into it. So the topic of this episode for today, as I look for the banner, is called Simple Natural Health Solutions. I made that I a capital there, but that's all right. Simple Natural Health Solutions. So that is the topic of this episode for today. And I am very much looking forward to discussing that. So on our program, we like to look at multiple perspectives, and some may be challenging, some may be non-traditional. And this is the opportunity to discuss that. And I have a guest with me who's going to help me with that topic. Her name is Livia Pewtress, and I can't wait to tell you about her. So let's get right into it. Who is Livia Pewtress? Let me tell you who she is. So Livia is all about family, faith, and fulfilling her divine mission while helping others to find and fulfill theirs with joy. She believes in creation, possibility, and becoming. She creates inspirational products and programs that wake up the mind, inspire the soul, and support divine creation. She loves deep connections and creating memorable experiences. Livia is full of ideas and creations. She is a soul confidence creation coach, doTERRA wellness advocate, author, speaker, and most importantly, a dedicated wife and mother. Join her at, we'll see her website later today, but I'll just say it here. Join her at www.learnlivefly.com. Awesome. So now I'm going to bring Livia to the stage. Hi, Livia. How are you doing today?
So good to be here. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you everyone else for being here. We know there's so much content out in the world and on the internet right now. You could be one of many, many places. So thank you for choosing to spend your time with us. And hopefully we can get through it really fast and you'll be able to have actionable things you can do by the time you leave, and it'll be time well spent for you.
Awesome. All right, Livia. So I am going to pass the baton over to you. I'm going to let you take the floor.
Got
And
it.
you are going to tell us about simple natural health solutions. All right. So take it away.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, so first let's talk about why it even matters. So why does any of it matter? Why do we take the time to learn the things? Why do we implement the small and simple steps that help to change our lives? Because healthy kids tend to be happy kids. I know that Gabrielle's platform is mostly about tutoring and helping kids to succeed in school and things like that. So a lot of things that I've put in today are tailored towards that, to be able to help those kids. But as you help those kids, these things actually are actionable and usable for adults and for grandparents and for people all over the place. And if you look at the world right now, there's been a lot of chaos going on. A lot of people have confusion in their mind. They have maybe these big emotions. They don't know how to take care of them, maybe having a harder time focusing or being productive at work or at school or in anywhere in life, having a hard time with those relationships, being able to cultivate and nurture them and not to be annoyed by other humans, because we're all here in this earth school together. And all of these things come together to help us be healthy. And when we're healthier, we tend to be happier. Because when you've got a tweak in your back or a massive headache or whatever's going on, it's really hard for you to be in a place of love and compassion and kindness. So my hope is that you will be able to learn some of these tools and that they will help you moving forward to be able to have a more happy, a more joyful, a more connected and healthy life. So that's our hope here. And that as we support our bodies, so healthy kids tend to be happy kids, healthy adults tend to be happy adults. As we support our bodies and our brains, as they will function better, we'll feel confident in who we are and in what we can accomplish, whether that be in school or whether that be in work or wherever you're at. So first thing I want to impress upon you is that your kids are yours for a reason. And so whatever situation you might be in, maybe you have these kids who are in the brilliant accelerated classes and they're like, I'm doing really, really great. And you're trying to just keep up with all the places they want to do and all the ideas that they have, because their ideas come out so fast. It's like, as a parent, how do I keep up with all the things that my kids want to do? We can help you find some solutions for that. Or you might have one of those children who has a little bit more challenges in the learning department. And as you're trying to help that child, maybe they're more in frustration and maybe you're more in frustration of trying to help them and feeling possibly even hopeless and overwhelmed at times. How do I help this child and how do I move forward to help them become the best person that they can be and to develop their gifts and their talents and their skills and to do it successfully and confidently in themselves. So we're going to cover all of that. So just know that you are the right parent for your child. If they're your child, they were there for a reason, and God knows you and God knows them, and he knows your struggles and he knows their struggles, and he can help you and put people in your path that have solutions and that have tools. So whether that be something I said or somewhere else that you're guided to go, or that be Gabrielle's tutoring services, that the things will show up. So have an open mind, have an open heart, and just be aware. I encourage you to have a notebook handy because I'm going to give you a whole lot of really great things really quickly here that will help you to be able to find the solutions that you need in this season of life for the children that are in your stewardship, the children that you are called to raise and lift, or the adults and the coworkers that you're working with. Whatever your situation is in life, there will be something here for you if you choose to come with an open mind. So with that said, let's just jump right in. Sometimes brilliant kids just need help to focus. I remember very first, what did I start using essential oils? So we're going to talk a little bit about essential oils. Not all of it. Some of you might be like, oh, I already know about those. I don't care. We're going to talk about essential oils. We're going to talk about some mental tools you can use, some emotional tools you can use, some essential oils, some physical tools, as well as some body calibrations that you can do that are going to help you to move forward and have a healthier, happier life. So that's what we're going to go here. So you kind of have an overview of what that looks like. So sometimes they just need help to focus. And calm, peaceful parents who can care for their emotions can also help the kids do the same. So I remember, maybe it's just ingrained in me, but ever since my kids were little, I would be like, people would say, oh, I just put them in timeout. I just put them in timeout. And I was like, I don't feel like timeout is a good thing, because you're just saying, hey, go over there. And lots of times it comes out in anger of, oh, I can't handle this. So you go over there. And what it really says is, hi, I'm an adult. I grew up. I don't know how to handle my emotions. So you go over there and learn to not handle yours because I don't know how to model that for you. And so it's important that as adults, we weren't really taught this, at least my generation wasn't, in school, about emotional management, about mind management, about thought management, about creation, how we experience as a result of what's going on inside of us. They don't teach that in public school. So it's important that we learn things and we take the initiative ourselves to learn them so that we as adults can be strong, that we can be emotionally intelligent and mentally cognizant and living intentionally so that our kids can then learn skills that will pass on for generation. Kids and your great-great-grandkids. And I encourage you to look for those things and just ask yourself even, what is the one thing that I can change? And just look for one, because there's a lot of information you're going to get. Obviously, you can apply as much or as little as you want, but if it's feeling overwhelming, just pick one. Pick one thing. Be like, okay, I can act on this one thing. And that one thing will have a ripple into your life and allow everything else to change. And your health, it will be simple. By small and simple things, great things are accomplished. So thank you. Okay, so I believe in caring for the whole person, not just one part. So I believe in working from the inside out and from the outside in. So a lot of the mind and the emotional tools that I'll talk to you about are from the inside out, and then we'll work on essential oils and environment and things like that that work from the outside in. So in all, it's giving your body the support and the nourishment that it needs in order to function optimally. Because I do believe that health and wellness is our natural state of being. And then it will help you to create lasting changes there as you work inside out, outside in. So we're going to talk about some essential oils, and I'll talk about some mindset tips and things there. Okay, so essential oils, for those of you who are brand new to them, are extracts from plants, and they are 70 to 80 times more potent and powerful than a dried herb. It's fabulous because if you think of it like the plant would get damaged in nature, right? And then the plant can still thrive, or it would help heal itself. So those essences of the plant that God placed in nature to be able to help those plants to thrive without us being over there putting Band-Aids on them all the time are those.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Lifeblood that can come and benefit our body. And chemically, it works with our hormones, and it works with our neurological system and our endocrine system and our immune system and all these things to be able to help our body to be in a state of wellness where we can function properly and our bodies can do what they're meant to do, which is to heal and to be whole and to be well and to be happy and to be joyful, because that's all ingrained in us. That's how our bodies were designed. Okay, so we're going to talk about a few different oils. Okay, so there's a few different ways they come. They come in a bottle like this, and then they come in a roller like this. These ones are pre-diluted and they're easier for application. They have a little roller top on them. It looks like this, so you can easily apply it. Okay, so we're going to talk about Focus really quick here. So Focus is really great. I remember the first time, this one is called Intune. These are all from doTERRA. And you can find the link on my website. So it's on the screen. You can go there, go to essential oils, and you can find all of them. But this one is called Intune, and it's really, really good for deep focus. So if you're having kids who maybe are having a hard time focusing, maybe they're a little bit wiggly and anxious, having a hard time being still. This is very grounding and it's very calming. Okay, so there's several different ways that we can use this. I'm not going to put them all on me because that would just be a lot. But you put it like this, and I put it on my finger, and I rub it right here behind my ears, rub it behind the neck. This one actually works really well. If you go to my website, you can go to the YouTube channel. I think it's under Connect. You can watch different videos. I have a friend who used this as one to help her son. He was nonverbal until he was like 4 or 5. And violent, like having problems and having a hard time. And she was able to use that plus a few different oils and help him. And now he's like super accelerating and in high school. So that is a really great one for focus. There's also, this is a kid kit, which I love. They made a special kit just for kids, and they're cute, and they have little carabiners so they can clip them on their backs and take them with them. The one I'm going to talk about right now for focus is called Thinker, and it's awesome. So when I smell this one, it smells like vanilla, These have really mellow scents. So if some of the kids like more strong, I'm going to poke it into each one. Okay, so this one's Thinker, Focus, to help with focus. This one's Stronger, Protective, more of like an immune booster, protection. If they need to have more restful sleep. We have Steady, which is a grounding blend, which will help if they feel kind of flighty, kind of all over the place. And then we have Brave, which is for courage, because I know if you get kids like I do, sometimes they're like nervous. I don't want to do that presentation in front of the school, or it's a new school and I don't really know people. Using Brave will help. Oh, it looks like we're frozen. Woohoo. There we go. I think we're back. We were frozen for a second there. And then we have Rescuer, which is a soothing blend. So like, oh, we're frozen again. There we go, frozen again. Rescuer is a soothing blend for your body, like super great. And then we're looking frozen. Still frozen? Back frozen. Okay, so Rescuer is a soothing blend. They get like bumps and bruises. And then we have Tamer, which is, whoop, there we go. Tamer, which is a digestive blend. So you can just roll it onto their belly, roll it onto their feet. And it comes with these cute little cards. And each one has the oil and it tells exactly how they're used. So I love that the kids can have their own. I would just keep it on the homework table and then they have it and they know what it is that they need. And it's super powerful to be able to have those things at their fingertips. Like my two youngest have been using oil since they were born, little tiny. And it was so cool to watch them to learn how to take care of their own health. Frozen?
I see you moving now.
There we go. Moving now. Give me just 1 second. My husband's home today. Let me text him and ask them not to use the internet if they happen to be doing so.
All right, let me know when you're ready. Sorry about that, guys. We're having some technical difficulties, so we will be with you in a second. So I hope you guys are taking notes. As Livia said, these are solutions for you. Definitely simple solutions that'll boost you health-wise. So we definitely encourage you to learn more about it. So just bear with us. It's kind of the downside to this new virtual world. Livia, are you ready? All right, I'm going to switch back over to her now.
All right. So hopefully that will work better. I've got a child home today and a husband home today, and it's making my internet being used by other people. So we're good. Okay, so then here's a couple that are really great for homework time. So we've got wild orange and peppermint, like this. And then you put those two together in a diffuser, or you can put them on your hands and you can just rub them together, breathe them, rub them on the back of your neck like this, or you can put them on a diffuser. There's several different kinds of diffusers. So a diffuser, basically, it's like a humidifier type of thing where it puts them into the air. This is called a paused.
Yeah, I see you.
I'm moving. Can you see me? Like, do I just freeze on my side? It's okay. I'm just going to sit here and dance with my diffuser. Yeah. You can still see me and hear me?
Yeah, I still see you and hear you.
Okay. Maybe put you on the screen too. Then we can see, at least you can I'll see if you freeze too, or if it's just me.
All right. One second.
Okay, so this is one kind of a diffuser. This is a passive diffuser. So it's a special stone and you can just drip the oil. I'll just show you how it works. I can take my little oil, and then it has this little orifice reducer, so it just drips out a bit at a time, and I can just drip it right on there. Put a couple drops in the middle, and it just soaks right in, and then it puts it into the air. So this one I have it, and it just sits here next to my desk. It doesn't have to have a cord or anything, and it's just there, and it allows me to enjoy that. So I just replace anything in your house where you would use an air freshener. You can use essential oils, and you get the mental, physical wellness benefits of them while you're going about your daily life versus putting chemicals in. And when you breathe in those chemicals, the toxins actually
Oh, her camera just went out. Sorry about that, guys. We're having a little bit more technical difficulties, so bear with us again. I do apologize for that. So I'm just going to check in with her as we figure that out. Okay, I see her popping back on. All right.
Oh, There we are.
Okay, we'll take it away.
Okay, sorry about that. So did you see the diffuser thing?
Yes, I did.
Sorry, it just glitched out. StreamYard kicked me out entirely and I had to come right back. So sorry about that. So that's a passive diffuser, or there's diffusers like this. They come in all different shapes and sizes. I have some downstairs that have like really pretty like pottery tops on them where they can look pretty on your kitchen counter. And within these, you'll just get the lid off. You'll just put the water in there up to that little red thing, and then you put a couple drops in, and it puts the steam out the top, and it lights up really pretty, and then it puts it into your air, which I love that. And then I have this one, which is a car diffuser. Actually, it fits within your cup holder of your car. And then it's the same thing. You put the water in there. So I just keep this one actually next to my desk because it's rechargeable. So I can plug it in and then I can unplug it and take it wherever I want. It's portable and it moves all around my house, which I love. So you could put those 2 oils in that and put that next to your kid while they're doing their homework and allow that to breathe. I had my son yesterday was home trying to work on this essay and he was so frustrated at it. And he had worked on it and English is not his favorite. And so he's working on it and he's like, I have 1 sentence left and I just can't do it. And he'd avoided this for like half an hour. And I'm like, hey, I'm teaching this tomorrow. You know, we always have those lessons that are stronger right before we're about to share something again. I'm like, hey, let's try this. And it was interesting because even with my work, I was like, I'm having a hard time focusing today. And so we did. We got out the peppermint, we got out the orange, and we did it. And I put it on my neck, put it in the diffuser next to him. Before I know it, his essay was done. I was able to focus and get everything I needed to get done. And it just supports your body because we all live in Earth and we all have challenges that come. But when you have something that can help support your body in a non-toxic way, that you're not going to have so many issues that way. Peppermint also is really good for head tension. So if you're someone who finds yourself doing this a lot and feeling like, oh, so much in my head, can't do it. Another quick tip for you, actually hold that. So if you feel like, oh, I have to do this, and then you're like, oh, wait, I have to like be professional. I have to put my hands down. I'm not allowed to do that. Let yourself sit there like this and breathe. Or like if your belly's hurting and you naturally put your arms around yourself, just let yourself hug yourself and breathe because your body does that naturally. That's a way of your body cycling and like comforting yourself and acupressure wise, things like that, to be able to actually touch those points on your body stimulates healing. So allow yourself to hold those rather than being like, oh, this is awkward, I have to stop. Allow yourself to do that because it allows your body to have that healing, which is super powerful. Okay, restful sleep. Let's talk about restful sleep. So we have the one that was in the kids kit, the calmer, and then this one is lavender. And this one, I put that on this cute little thing and it clips on my son's bunk bed right next to him. And he's one that tends to be really high energy. He goes all over the place and he loves his lavender. He wanted his very own. So he just unscrews it and he puts it on his feet and he rubs it on the back of his neck and he breathes it right before bed. And I can watch him go from absolutely hyper, not being able to rest, or maybe a little bit anxious, to put that on and be able to have his body calm. It actually triggers. So if you put your hand right here on your forehead, if it's your amygdala right here, it will actually send a message to the back of your brain that causes it to calm. And smells are very powerful. And so when we use the essential oils and we inhale them, it's actually very powerful and it can calm your fight or flight response. So if you had something tragic or you got hurt or they fall down and they break their leg or something happens like that, if you could use lavender or you could use balance is very grounding, and you can put that on that child. I had one son who was it like 8-9 years ago, he got bit by a dog. A big dog came and bit his face right here. And he had a big cut here and a big cut here. And because I had already known what to do with these essential oils, I was prepared for that. I grabbed my little carabiner out of my purse, and it has these little tiny baby cute oils in it. And I put one on him it was antibacterial and antiviral, and it speeds healing and it stops bleeding. And so I put that on. The bleeding stopped like that. We used the emotional oils on his head like this and on me. And I was calm and he was calm. There was no trauma associated with it. Because if you understand how trauma works, it's when you have an experience and there's an intense emotion attached to that experience, then that trauma lodges in our body and we experience PTSD and we experience all these other things that come in and they stop us from being able to function properly as a person, because something else would happen later. Or every time you would see a dog, you'd like flinch and you'd freak out. And it's just that your body remembering that trauma experience. So if we can release that as quickly as possible, or calm ourselves in the moment, then it's not going to create something in the future that's going to cause us problems 10 or 20 years down the road because we never healed from it. Very powerful insight right there. Okay, so we do a morning boost with my kids when they were really little and we would homeschool, and it was really fun. I would just get them all lined up on the couch. I have 5 kids, and they'd all sit on the couch and they'd take their feet and they'd stick them out. And this was our morning routine. So we'd start with balance, which is grounding, which would just help to bring them down, to help them be able to focus and be grounded. And then we would use breathe. So this came out of a bottle like this, and I put it in here and I diluted it with fractionated coconut oil. You put it in there, it makes it more tender for sensitive skin for little kids. And then it has a little roller top on it. And so I'll just roll this on their feet. Oh, I'm stuck. I would roll it on their feet. Oh, that one, the lid came off of them. Okay, this one will come on. Whoop, looks like that. Little roller. And so we would roll this on their feet. And then like if they were feeling like we're getting sick, so your lymph nodes are right here, we'll just take it and I'll just put it on my finger and we'll roll it down like this. And it helps to boost the immune system. And then we would put it on their feet and put it there. Breathe would help with respiratory. So it opens up your airways. And I think like 70 or 80% of all illnesses that we get start respiratory. So respiratory plus immunity, it's fabulous. I love that. Okay, which one are we on here? Okay, then there's an emotion kit, which I love. So they have the kids kit, and then they actually have ones that are specifically formulated for emotions. This is my little kit. It just sits on my desk. And so they have each one. So this is what they're called. We have peace, motivate, console, cheer, passion, and forgive. So no matter what emotion you're dealing with, there's something that can help you. And it can help you to move through it so that your body can process through whatever experience you're having and allow you to move forward faster, with more joy, with more confidence, with more ability to do life. Because sometimes life can be hard for all of us. And so we have the things that will support us. We're not going to be going to the pills that will harm our liver and our digestive system and knock out all the good bacterias, and we're going to have to go get probiotics to take care of them. Anyways, that's all for the other class. We're not going to go into all that right here, but I have lots of information. If you want to learn more, we can talk about that later. And then this is a wonderful, wonderful kit that I love. It comes with this, and then there's actually the full bottle that's this size as well for your diffuser. It's called Adaptive, and it is a calming blend. This is a capsule, and this is a roller. So you can put the roller behind your ears. You can take the capsule in your mouth, and it actually is made to help calm anxious feelings, to activate that amygdala, to just help the body to become peaceful and present wherever you're at. And it works so fast. Typically, like I just use all my mental, emotional tools and all the things that I do, and I teach, and it just becomes who you are the more you practice. But every now and then something is hard. I'm like, why can't I just shake this one thing?
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Like it wouldn't shake. And I'm like, oh yeah, wait, I didn't take my vitamins. Oh yeah, I didn't do the things that I know to do, because you allow the world to like feel heavy on your heart. And sometimes watching the news lately could cause your heart to feel really heavy and your head to feel heavy or to feel overwhelmed. Am I prepared? Do I have everything that I need? Or if your kids are frustrated with their projects, or you have multiple kids doing multiple projects or going different directions, it can just feel like a lot sometimes. So if you take one of those, I can feel the shift within like 60 seconds and it changes everything. It's amazing. Okay, so we're going to shift from essential oils for a minute, and I want to talk a little bit about words. So our words matter, and the things that we think about, the things that we say about ourselves and about others, we become what we believe about ourselves. So if we're telling our kids, oh, you're so hyper, or even using labels, diagnostic labels that some people give them, it can be like, yes, I can be experiencing high energy, but you don't have to say, oh, you're a problem, or, oh, you can't figure this out, any things like that. Anytime we're speaking to someone and not raising them, it actually goes into their subconscious and it helps to drag them down. And so it makes it harder for them to do their homework. If you're over there like, hey, just go do it. Why don't you just focus? Why don't you just focus? Instead, taking time to just breathe as the adult, as the parent, as the person that's helping them, take a deep breath to gather them in and be like, hey, I can see that you're struggling here. What is it that you feel like you need? And sometimes it is, hey, let's go run around the block. Let's do 10 jumping jacks. Let's get our body moving. Let's flow that energy within us that allows us to focus. Let's use this essential oil and let's breathe for 30 seconds. And then we'll go back to try to work on that essay, or we're going to come back and work on that math problem, or let's do it together. Because what I found is that most kids don't misbehave or struggle because they want to. Most adults don't struggle because they want to. It's because something within them is out of alignment. It's out of balance, whether that be physiologically that we can fix with oils, whether that be their belief in themselves, that we can use our words and we can encourage them and pull it out of them to be able to help them believe that they can. And even just saying, oh, I can do this. I can do this. We're going to figure it out. It's getting easier and easier every time I do it. As we say those type of things, it actually opens our mind and starts to believe it. And as our mind believes it, then we can achieve it. Because you can't believe it. You can't achieve anything that you don't believe, because your mind will be fighting against you, because it works just like the operating system in your computer. And whatever your mind is programmed for, that is what you experience. And so like I'll tell my kids, like, oh, I just can't do it. I just can't. And I talk to them. I say, it's like a genie in your head. So your subconscious is kind of like your genie, and it gives you what you ask for. So if you're saying, I can't do it, your subconscious is like, oh, we can't do it. So it's not going to give you the solution to the problem in which is in front of you, whether that be math or English or how to pay your mortgage or how to help your kid or whatever that is. To come with the open mind and that open heart of being like, oh, I haven't figured it out yet. So add that yet to the end. Yet is very powerful. Or just to be able to say, I can figure this out together. I might not know how it works, but somebody does know. And I'm going to trust that somebody's going to come, and I'm going to be able to find that. So it's a very powerful thing in our words. And then let's talk about our body language for a minute and our confidence about how it is. Because I know there's lots of times people now are working from home, or they're busy. You know, your kids come home from school, if they're at school or if they're homeschooled, whatever your status is. So if I'm over here and I'm washing dishes, and my kid comes in from school and I'm like, hey, how's your day? I don't see how they're doing. I don't see their body. I don't see their face. And they're maybe not even feeling that connected to me. Like, hey, I'm not here. But if I hear that garage door go open and I turn around and I'm like, hey, how was your day? How's it going? And just put yourself in a stance and a state where your face looks welcoming, your body looks welcoming. And then stand up a little bit taller, shoulders back, smile on, chin up, and it actually builds confidence in you. So if you're struggling with confidence in who you are or your kids are, you can stand, put your feet shoulder width apart, stand up nice and tall. You can even put your hands on your hips like a power pose, or you can put them up in the sky and just make sure your chin is above eye level and just breathe. Or even better, look at yourself in the eyes in the mirror and tell yourself that you're awesome. Tell yourself that you can do it. Imagine what your day is going to look like. Imagine everything going perfectly exactly as you want. And all those things will come together to help your day be better. I encourage you to try it. And I'd love to hear what you think. So wherever you're watching this or on YouTube or something, comment below or send me an email. You can go to Learn, Live, Fly. It's on the screen. Go to the contact form. Send me an email. I want to know what happens if you try it. Just do it. 30 seconds, 2 minutes a day for a week. And I want to hear from you. I think that would be super cool. Okay. Where am I at here? Okay.
Oh, awesome.
You're good?
Were you done? Sorry.
I got a couple really quick things left.
Okay, go ahead. Knock it out.
Okay. So a really fun way that you can connect with people, there's something called the aroma touch technique. And there's a hand technique that you can do where you massage. Well, it's not really a massage, but it's an oil application technique. And you can choose whichever oil works for that person. So if your child is anxious, you can choose a calming one. Or if you're really tired, you can choose an energizing one. I find this is a very powerful thing to do with your kids, to do with your spouse, to do with your friends, to do with elderly people in your life where maybe their mental capacities aren't as great as they used to be, but you really want to be able to connect with them, but it's a little bit awkward. Like, what do I say? You know, maybe you've repeated the same story 5 times already and I'm feeling awkward just being here visiting, but I know you need a visit, so I'm still here. This is something you can do to create a connection with any person anywhere in your life. I've even done it like in waiting rooms before. And I'm like, hey, we're sitting here. Would you like it? I just say, would you like a hand massage? Because they kind of resonate with what that is. And then I will do this aroma touch hand technique on them. So I actually just have this little pouch. It's like a little old purse that I've had forever. And I keep them in there. I have this little bottle of coconut oil. And then I have my balance and my peppermint and my orange and a few different oils in there, as well as this, which is an On Guard hand sanitizer. That's immune boosting hand sanitizer. And I keep them all in this little pouch and I just have it with me when I'm going somewhere. And I can just take it up and be like, hey, you know, can I give you a hand massage? Or if you're sitting there or even sitting at church with your kid and they're having a hard time focusing, you can just sit and you can rub on their hands in a specific way and it will help them to be more present. And it builds that bond, that human connection, that human touch that so much of our world is missing right now, and allows that to come in to be a blessing to them and to you and strengthen those relationships as well. So a few of my favorite things about doTERRA and why I choose doTERRA, you've probably seen essential oils. They have them at Walmart, they have them at the pharmacy, and they have them on Amazon. They're all over the place, but all oils are not created equal. doTERRA has the purest, most potent essential oils, and that's most important for your health. But as far as like mentally, emotionally, why I will choose doTERRA on top of the health benefits, and I know I can count on their quality, is their heart, the heart of the company, and the fact that they give back and they raise people from all areas of life. So when you purchase one of these bottles, it helps all the way up the chain. It helps people with human trafficking and it helps to rescue them. It helps with aftercare. It helps with the people who planted the seeds and the communities where these plants are harvested and cultivated and distilled and all of those things. They build schools, they build hospitals, they raise people out of poverty, teach them self-reliance and help them to change their generational patterns where these people can then provide for their kids and they learn skills. And it's amazingly fabulous. There's a whole bunch more I could tell you, but we don't have 5 days, so we're not going to do that right now. So now what? You have all these ideas. What are you going to do with this? So I created a download quick start guide for you where you can go and download that. You will just go to gifts.learnlivefly.com/EO. I don't know if you can put that on the screen, Gabrielle. That would be awesome if it's possible. Or I can put it in the chat too.
Sure.
So that you can just download that quick start guide. As you do that, after the first page, you'll download the quick start guide. It'll go to a second page and it will actually give you my best life mini course where it will just send it to you via email and it will give you 10 of my best tools that will help you to stay in joy and to get back into joy quickly in less than 10 minutes. So both of those are my gift to you. Go get them and enjoy. In that, you'll be in my community. I'll be able to send you more information and you'll have my email. You can send me emails and say, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. Help me out with this. And we can have a talk one-on-one. I can host a class. You can host a class, invite your friends. We can do it on Zoom and we can talk and share the power of essential oils and the power of your mind, the power of your emotions, and how when we get them all in alignment, we can really live joyfully and happily, even in the chaos of the world. Sign language, this is chaos. This is confusion. Even when there's confusion all around us, we can be focused and we can be clear and we can be confident and we can be joyful and we can step up to do whatever it is that we're called to do, whether that be in your work or in your life, or if you feel there's this higher, bigger, grander vision that God gave you of something you need to create. You have the tools and the ability and the mental clarity, the emotional strength to be able to do that, and the fortification in your body to do whatever you're called to do. So I encourage you to do that. Or if you want to join the movement and teach people about oils, I'd love to work with you and we can talk about that as well. And you can also email me at livia@learnlivefly.com. So now we have something really fun for you. Okay, so I sent Gabrielle a little goodie package with some essential oils, and she has yet to open them. So she's going to do it live with you right here.
I am.
And then we'll hop into a little Q&A if anyone here on live has anything they want to say.
Right now, maybe you could tell us, is there such thing as putting on too much oil, or because doesn't oil clog the pores? So I'm wondering, is there such thing as too much?
Yeah, different oils will clog the pores. So if you're thinking of like your normal kitchen oils type of a thing, essential oils are different. They're actually made to work with your body. And most of the essential oils or the products in the marketplace are based off of plants. So they will take the plant. I was actually in Salt Lake just the other day or at a conference, there was like 500 of us. And we were meeting with the #1 essential oil expert in the world. And he was teaching us, and it's very rare to have such a small group. He's usually in groups of thousands, but it was really cool. And over the years, I've heard him several times, and they show these graphs of like the charts of what's inside the chemicals. And so what the pharmaceuticals will do is they will say, okay, wait, this plant is really good for antiviral properties. So they'll look and they'll be like, okay, the antiviral of this property is this high. So they will take this chemical, synthesize it, create it in a lab, and give you your med. But then your body sees that as not a complete thing. And so your body doesn't know how to metabolize it and how to fully use it. And so what essential oils do is they have that chemical profile. Like I don't get all the science as much. I get it when I hear him do it. I'm like, oh, it makes all the sense. But verbalizing the scienciness of it is not my superpower. But what I do know is that they work. They work. I've experienced it over and over again. So yes. You can use too much. Like I wouldn't drink the whole bottle. If you did, you wouldn't have to call poison control though, which is lovely. Like my kids have been cleaning the floors since they were 2 because all my cleaners are non-toxic and I make them with essential oils, or I can buy them from doTERRA if I don't want to make my own. But I can do all this stuff where it reduces the toxic load on my body so that I'm not dealing with all the health issues that come from inhaling chemicals while I clean my house. And all that. Sorry, that was a side tangent. Go ahead.
All right. So we're gonna just jump right into it. All right. So I'm gonna show up. I'm going to hold this up to the camera. So this is what you sent me here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And this is what's inside. So there's this little written part. I don't know if you can see that. Okay.
About the different ways you can use them.
All right. And then there's these little tiny samples here.
Yep, perfect.
Awesome. All right.
Okay.
All right, so let's get right to it. So let's start in order. Okay, so let's start with peppermint. The little paper says...
Let's start on the other one because I want you to just smell the others because lavender is calming.
Okay,
so I want you to go to sleep
with
right now. So I'm not going to have you apply that one because I want you to be awake.
Okay, so we're going to start with lavender.
Yeah.
It says diffuse or to apply topically to calm stress. Apply a drop to pillow at bedtime. Okay, so here's a little bottle.
So just open it and just smell that one.
Open it and smell it. Okay, wait. Let's open it.
Kind of wiggle it back and forth a little bit as you pull on it.
Okay. Oh, to like the... Okay. And just smell it.
Yep.
Okay, smelling. Smells nice. I mean, I've smelled lavender before, but yeah. Very nice.
And it's very interesting because as I've gone through my years of using doTERRA, I have tried a few other ones over the years, and I'm like, nope. And I always go back to doTERRA, and I'm at the point now that my body knows the difference. Like I can go into a store and I'll be like, okay, let me smell this one. I haven't tried this brand, and I will smell it, and my body will be like, no, get away from me. There's something not pure inside that oil.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
And so it's really cool because your body will calibrate and be able to sense the difference. Like I can tell if I walk into a room and they're diffusing or air freshener that has chemicals in it. Like my body can tell instantly.
It's like you've built I don't want to say tolerance, but your body has built up an awareness of the different types of oils.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like too, the more you use things like essential oils, it kind of becomes this intuitive sense. So when I first started, I'm going to show you this actually. This is helpful because it can feel overwhelming. Like, oh my gosh, there's so much. But what I love about doTERRA is that we are based on relationship. That if you come into doTERRA, it's like, hi, I'm here to help you. Like personally, we can talk. It's not you're on your own. I bought this off the shelf. Now what do I do with it? You know? And so there's this book. It's called Modern Essentials. This is an older version. There's a whole bunch of different ones. But inside of it, that talks about the science, it talks about how it works. And then there's these different topics. So I can search, like this says, okay, what's an antioxidant oil? And I can search antioxidants. I can search, so this is by oil. So it says like, this is lemon. These are all the things that lemon is good for. And then you can go through and it tells the history behind it, tells the chemistry behind it. So if you are like a science person that wants to know all of the cannabinoids and the stuff that's with terpenes and oxides and all that and alcohols, like the chemical makeup of each oil, it's all in here. And if you don't, so like this one, there's your aphrodisiac oils, here's your antiviral oils, here's your antifungal oils, and it tells you what to do for each different thing. So it's really easy that you don't have to feel like I know everything to get started. You can say, okay, this is what I have. So if you get my little free gift over there on the website, you can get that. You can email me back and say, okay, this is what I'm dealing with in my life. And we'll get on the phone and we'll talk about it. And we'll say, okay, what is going to be the best oils for you to start with? And then you can get yourself a book like this and you can just look it up. And you'll be like, okay, I have these on hand. This is what I'm experiencing. And I just look it up. So this says digestive. So I can look up the digestive. This is how I use it. Here's the safety data. All that stuff. So it will talk to you about the oils that maybe need to be diluted because some of them are stronger. So like I'm not going to stick oregano on my face because it's a hotter oil. So it's more caustic. I can put it on the bottom of my feet and I would dilute it and I wouldn't do it straight. But lemon, I'm going to drop it right under my tongue. I'm going to put it in my water. It's going to detox my body. So each oil has kind of its own little properties to it. The little book you download will give you the basic information and then you can go deeper into a larger one when you're ready. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
I see.
Everything you say
marks
the whole thing in my head.
All right, so time is going. So we're just going to move to the next one. So this one is Melaleuca. Is that right?
And it's actually tea tree oil. So Melaleuca is the scientific name. So the new bottles all say tea tree. I just had some samples that still said Melaleuca on them. But it's the same thing. That is really great for skin. So if you get any kind of a skin issue, you put that on there. And
it says, apply to soothe minor skin irritation. Use with shampoo for a healthy scalp. Okay, so here is Luca. Smell it. Okay.
And that one's really great if you drip it in your dish soap. If you're cleaning like stainless steel pans, they get super shiny.
Yeah, definitely. This tea tree, definitely smell it. I've smelled this one too.
Yeah.
All right. Fabulous. Yeah. And then finally, this is peppermint here. It says inhale deeply to invigorate lungs. Add to water and mist when overheated.
Okay, this one we're going to have a little experience, okay?
All right, experience.
I got my peppermint. You got yours. I want you to put a little drop right in the middle of your hand.
Okay.
And if yours has an opening, you might want to put your hand on it and then flip it over. So put your hand up and the other way. Put your hand on top.
On top.
Like this, and then go whoop. So that it gets a little bit, but it doesn't drip out the whole time.
Okay.
There you go. Beautiful. Okay. So take your pinky finger, put a little right there. And you want just the tiniest bit. So touch your finger. Okay. And put it in the roof of your mouth.
In the roof of my mouth. Okay.
Okay. Now rub your hands together.
Rub my hands.
And then put them on the back of your neck.
Back of my neck. Oh, I feel it in my mouth.
That's why you needed just a little. Okay. You cup your hands. And you want to cup them like this, because when you do it like this, it actually funnels up to your eyes, and peppermint's a little bit strong. So if you do it like this, and then just open your mouth like this. And I want you to inhale it underneath of your hand. So inhale it for like 30 seconds. Just take slow, deep breaths. How do you feel?
Definitely pretty relaxed. I will say that.
Can you feel it? Like go down into your lungs. Could you feel your lungs opening?
I do actually.
A deeper breath. If you're having any kind of like lung constriction or having a harder time breathing, you can rub it right here. Works really well. Or you can rub it on your feet right under. So these are your toes right here under the toe pads. You can just kind of massage it in like that with the peppermint. I know people who do like running, athletes and stuff like that, and they will do that with peppermint or with breathe right before they go exercise. And it just opens their airways so they can breathe deeper and go longer and have more stamina as they go forward.
All right, I might put a little bit on here. Okay. I'm dropping stuff today. All right.
Right. And then you think you have a little sample. I think I sent you an Intune as well. A little one. It's separate than that one. You just
okay. I think it's in this here.
Yeah. Yep. That's the cute little bottles like the ones I had in my purse.
Ooh. All right. So Intune. How are we doing this one?
Just open it and just smell it. That one is for focus. So you can put it right here behind your ears or down your spine. That one works really well. For kids who are having a hard time focusing. It's really, do you like that one? Some people love it, some people hate it. It's way more of a deep woodsy root type of a smell.
I think I'm still smelling the peppermint, but
you can smell it again later when you're peppermint.
Okay, so put it behind the ears.
Yep, so you can just drip it behind your ear. So if you have a lot of work to do today and you find yourself like got all over the place, all the projects, it will just help you to ground and get really, really present and focused. Then here's a quick safety note. If you do get peppermint or something strong, like next to your eyes, do not wash with water because water and oil don't mix. So it'll actually drive it deeper inside. So you're going to want to use like a coconut oil or olive oil. If you just have a kitchen oil, I would use my fractionated coconut oil. But if you don't have that yet, just use whatever natural, plain oil you have. Even veggie oil would work. And you'll just put it around the outside and it will draw it out. So if you get it in a sensitive spot, oil is your favorite to dilute it.
Fabulous.
But as you learn, it's like the peace and the comfort you get knowing you have health solutions in your home is huge. And I want that for every single person on the planet, that you don't have to worry if you need, something happens and you're feeling this something and you can't get to the doctor because it's closed or it's Instacare, or it's 2:00 in the morning, or, my kids would jump off things when they were little and they would get these goose eggs on their head. And we used to like call 911 and they'd come and make sure they didn't have a concussion. And after I found oils, I was like, oh, okay. I know that frankincense is anti-inflammatory. I know that it's calming for the system. I know that all this stuff. So they would get it. I would put frankincense on their head. The bump would go away. It would be shrunken really fast. And 60 seconds later, they'd jump up and go play. Obviously, if they got really hurt, you'd still have to call, and get your medical support. But to be able to have what you need to take care of things in the moment, and even if something happened and it was a big thing, to say, okay, I'm going to do this. It's going to help stop the bleeding. I'm going to do this. It's going to help calm your body. And then when the EMTs get her or whatever, if I have a major problem and I have to go to a hospital, I'm going to be more calm and in control and have the ability to go forward confidently and just have a more peaceful experience, whether that be I have an intense condition that's going to require medical treatment, or that means I can just take care of this in my house. I'm done with it in 5 to 10 minutes, or I knocked out this infection or whatever's going on within 2 days instead of 10 days on antibiotics and another 14 on probiotics to replenish my gut when I'm done. It's amazing and it's powerful and it saves so much time, so much money, so much frustration. And I desire all of you to have that joy and peace in your heart, to know that you have what you need and you're not reliant on everyone else everywhere whenever any little thing happens.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Livia. All right, so I'm just going to put up your contact information here. So you guys, she gave you all of her contact information. So she has a YouTube channel, which she talked about. She also
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
She has a Facebook page and a group, and she mentioned her website as well. Oh, I'm still smelling the oil. I might have overdid it on the oil, but
Your eyes, did you?
definitely check out her website. It is learnlivefly.com. And definitely follow her on social media. So reach out to her if you have any questions. If you want to learn more about essential oils, definitely reach out to her. Her contact information is scrolling below. And I didn't have enough space for that banner, so I made a separate banner. There's 2 websites. If you wanted to purchase the essential oils, you could go to mydoterra.com/learnlivefly. And there's also the Consecrated Life Project. Can you tell us about that briefly, Livia?
So the Consecrated Life Project is a global movement for Christ. So if you're a Christian, you believe in Jesus, and you are striving to have him lead your life, to be able to be in that place of faith and trust that he knows all and he's going to guide you where that goes. We interview people all over the world and share their stories of what that looks like. Not in the, I'm at the top of the mountain, I got this all figured out, this is where I came from, rags to riches type of story. But where are you in the season of your life? Where are you in this journey? How do you see God in your journey? And how did you get to that place of really being able to trust him? No matter what happens, that he's going to help you find the way, or being able to pivot and leave your job, or not being able to have kids and then adopting, or thinking, whatever those things are. We all have life things that happen, but being able to have that deeper level of faith and trust that you're being guided.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. All right, Livia, thank you so much for joining me today. I didn't get to my question, so we may have to do a part 2. But thank you so much for joining me today. This was very informative.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day, everyone.
All right, I'm going to place you backstage, and it's just you and me, guys. So let me pull up my little banner here. And we have reached the conclusion of our episode. Thank you so much for joining us today. Wherever you're watching this right now, if you're watching this on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, maybe Instagram later down the line, wherever you're watching this, please check out our social media for more videos and clips. And don't forget to follow us, subscribe, like, whatever the button is for wherever you are, press that button. And while you're at it, please let us know what you thought about this episode by leaving a comment in the comment section below. And as a reminder, we are a Step Ahead Tutoring Services. So if you have any questions about our services, our workshops, you want to know who I am, please go to our website. Our website is www.stepaheadtutoringservices.com. I also want to point out that you could also sign up for our email list and our texting list. The links are also scrolling below. And for those of you watching this on YouTube, the information is in our description. So definitely join our email list, join our texting list to get more information about us. And I'm going to share this one quick video before we go. I am watching the timer, so I just want to make sure I get this video in before we close.
Hey there, have you heard of us? We're a small team of tutors here at A Step Ahead Tutoring Services. We believe that education and information should be accessible to everyone, regardless of income, race, or creed. We're dedicated to making this happen, but we need your help. Please consider making a donation to our company. No amount is too small. Your donation will allow us tutors to remain employed, offer free and low-cost services, put on productions like this web series, and reach out to families nationwide. With your help, we can tackle the academic challenges of our students and the emotional, mental, and behavioral changes that result from these challenges. As a bonus, we can improve our communities in the process. Support us today. Note: we're a for-profit company. We're not a charity. Your donation may not be tax deductible. Please consult a tax professional.
Yeah, so definitely consider making a donation today. Well, this was a very informative episode. This was awesome. I think I'm covered in oil right now, so whew. But thank you for watching this episode, and I look forward to seeing you at the next episode. Thank you for joining us today, and now I am signing off.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather, now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.